Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at Rare Specimens. This is a contract in the Mountain Labyrinths that is unlocked after completing not just a photo. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the Tatra 805 because you do have to have a metal detector on your trucks in order to start this contract. And so we're going to be starting from the eastern outpost. We're going to be following this path to the south, through the mountains and across the river, at which point we're going to be going across a bridge. That will be 75 spare parts. And then we're going to climb up the mountain here. And we're going to follow this path through the forest. And then we're going to do a little bit of mountain climbing. We're going to head up here first and make our way over to the first flowers. And then back down. And then across over to the second flower. And then we're going to bring those over to the flower hut and complete the contract. So, that being said, let's begin. I'll show you how it's done. So we're just going to head immediately south out of the outpost here. And we're just going to follow this path right through the forest here. We do got to be careful. There are some bumps in the ground here. We want to go over those nice and easy to resist, or hip resist. We don't want to tip over. I don't know what I was saying there. Anyway, we're going to go right on down, and then we're going to find a climb upwards. We're just going to head up this way. And then continue down the path. And then from here, we're going to head right between the trees and the rock here. Right on down. Kind of a tight squeeze with this truck, but we can get right through here. We're gonna head right on down through the rocks. And then right through the gap in the trees here. Go right around these rocks here. And then around these rocks. And then we're just going to follow this shoreline down to our bridge. Head right on down, and then we're going to go across the bridge. We're going to head down to the right, and then we're going to use this path up to climb up onto the mountain. Just going to climb all the way up here. And then we're just going to cut through the forest here. So we're just going to kind of navigate right between the trees. There's some good spaces between the trees that we can kind of navigate through as we just kind of work our way through the trees here. Head down this hill, get to the outside of the forest here. And we're just going to keep going along this path here. We do want to be careful. There are some like bumps in the terrain here, so just kind of watch out for that. They're kind of concealed by the brush as we're making our way through here. Anyway, once we get all the way down, we're going to turn to the right and head back through the forest. And we're going to go right around this rock here and climb on up. And this part up here is where things are going to start to get very tricky, because we got to climb some very steep, narrow paths to get up onto this mountain ridge to collect our flowers. So we're going to go all the way next to this tree here. Go to the right side of that tree. And that is going to give us a kind of even ground to climb up the mountain here. Head right on over to the left. Go right around this water here. There's a nice little bump in the ground here. We're going to just climb right over that. And we're going to go around this giant rock. Just go all the way around it. Head down here to the left, go around this rock, and then right here is going to be a spot where we can actually cross the rock. Right over here, just kind of crawl right over the rock. And we're going to go around the trees, around the rocks, make our way right on over to the flowers. And then we're going to go ahead and grab flowers. Alright, so we're going to turn around and make our way back down the mountain. You can see where we're at right here. We got to go down to this lower ridge. Best way to do that is go back down the mountain we came, and then just go down the ridge from the other side. I do want to point out, you can get there. I did this on my initial route testing from this way. But this spot right here, you are going to tip over. Most likely. Like, there's like a 90% chance of tipping there. I tried it a couple of times and just fell over multiple times, and I was like, well, let me just go from the other ridge line, and that worked out a lot better, so I'm going to be showing you that one. So we're going to go back across the rocks here. Go around these rocks. Head up here. And then back down the slope. Right through the trees there. And then we're going to follow this ridge. And we're going to follow it over on the right side here. Go around this big log. We're just going to snake through these trees. And right on over here is going to be our second flowers. So now what we got to do is go back down the ridge and head over here to turn in the flowers. And for some reason my marks got all messed up. Oh, what? Oh my god. I was sitting there worried about my marks. Okay, that's not working. Alright. Watch out for that tree branch. Oh my god. I did not realize that was going to just flip me over like that. Alright. Anyway. I was sitting there worried about my marks. And I got tipped over by the tree. That's alright. I was like, why did my marks go away? Let me hit this mark and see what happens here. So, it still added that one over there. Can I just move that over here? Yes, I can. Perfect. Alright. The route markers are fixed. We can continue on our way. Alright, so we're just going to continue down here, down the hill, through the woods. And we're just going to travel right along this path here. We got to go back to that house where we initially climbed up. So we're going to climb right up the hill here and through the forest. And right over here, we're going to go ahead and deliver the flowers. And that is going to complete Rare Specimens. So hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.